Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I will analyze some statements made by the future Prime Minister of Great Britain, Lizzy Truss, and we're going to analyze how she thinks, and unfortunately I think I knew that from before, but Boris Johnson was a genius compared with her. Not that he's a genius, but compared to her, yeah, he was a genius. Intellectually. Let's go. Republican World, that's where it comes. This article from July 28, 2022. And this is the title. UK's Liz Truss asserts Putin, and I'm quoting, this is what she said, holds rest of the world to ransom over gas prices, end quote. Okay? Now, let's see what these guys are saying, and then we're gonna smash her. The Foreign Secretary of the United Kingdom, Liz Truss, stated that Russian President Vladimir Putin is holding the rest of the world hostage over gas prices. So he is responsible for the high gas prices. He. Okay, amidst the European Union's plan to minimize dependency, so they give the answer right here. Amidst the European Union's plan to minimize dependency on Russia's energy due to the brutal invasion of Ukraine. Really? That's how it triggered? The Foreign Secretary of the United States, not yet, United Kingdom, Liz Truss, stated that Russian President Vladimir Putin is holding the rest of the globe hostage over gas prices and enabling him to win, which would result in untold misery throughout Europe. She made these statements in response to a question about whether she thought, and I'm quoting, Vladimir Putin is effectively holding the rest of the world to ransom by cutting off supplies to Germany, The Guardian reported. For a moment I thought that this article will actually tell us the truth and the facts. Chronology of events is very important. That's the word. So, furthermore, the British Foreign Secretary noted, and I'm quoting, this is exactly what he is trying to do. And it's vitally important that we stay strong in the face of his appalling aggression, end quote. Adding, and I'm quoting again, if we allow Vladimir Putin to succeed, it will cause untold misery across Europe. That's a scenario. I think I had come with another scenario. If Vladimir Putin wins or loses, Great Britain is gonna militarily bomb with nuclear weapons Russia and China and France. And I think after they're done with that, they would ask Israel to come over and count the bodies, and then they will all dance a Hungarian Czardas in, I don't know, in Romania. I think that's what's gonna happen. So this kind of scenarios coming from this scenarios I can give you. If they win, they're gonna shoot the moon down, and that's gonna fall exactly on the British Isles. That's what's gonna happen. So we can't let him win. We have to do that before, and then if they win, the sun will say, okay guys, you up, I'm leaving, takes his little shit and goes to a different I don't know, galaxy or something. All right, so I think this is what's gonna happen. Liz Truss, based on your gas price, enabling him to win, which will result in untold misery. We're just told how, where, when, how? Throughout Europe, that's misery, she said. And then again, appalling, yes, untold misery. We know that he would not just stop at Ukraine. How? How do you know that? And I know that you will not stop attacking Russia and Romania. You're going to bomb Romania. Yeah, I know you're not going to stop only with Ukraine. You're going to create another problem in Romania. And then the Russians, actually not the Russians, let's get something else. The Hungarians are going to attack Romanians, and you're going to support the Hungarians, and Romanians are going to be exterminated. How do you like this scenario? Lizzy? Unbelievable. And she's a foreign minister of Great Britain. And I'm not talking Romania or other, and again, we know that he would not just stop at Ukraine. The east of Europe is under threat, and democracy is under threat. What? In addition to this, the UK's Business Secretary Kwasi Kwarteng announced on March 8 that the government will gradually stop importing Russian oil by the end of the year in reaction to Russian President Putin's aggressive assault against Ukraine, despite the fact that the UK has not yet banned Russian oil. And then you have Germany accused Russia of engaging in a power play over the region's energy supplies. So these guys are blaming the Russians for gas supply and oil. They still buy oil from those guys. Now let's go to the chronology of events here. Russia, I'm going to talk like Kamala Harris. That means this country, Russia, I'm not going to get into why and how it went over there, unprovokedly attacked Ukraine, who was just 100% a victim, and perfect country, democracy, freedom, and all that. Nothing wrong over there. Everybody was, no corruption, no corruption, everything was just fine. All right, now that we established these realities, wink wink, we go further. So invaded. All right, that's between these two countries. Bang, bang, bang. If it was between them, nobody else would have had to do anything with that, right? It's like in a neighborhood. Oh, we're a community. Okay, what did you do? We have two scenarios, Lizzy. First, you don't do anything about it. No shortage of oil for you, no shortage of gas for you. Nothing would change what was before February 24th. Nothing. You would have had the same deals you had with Russia. Nothing. You would receive the same things that you agreed to do it before Ukraine. So nothing would have changed. But you change something. You intervene and say, hey, you do what I tell you because I insert myself in the equation without being involved. I support those guys. I'm not going to go that actually Minsk agreements were not implemented, and all this is a result of that partly. And then you started making other countries impose sanctions. And how were the sanctions working? By limiting gas and oil. If you limit that, the price goes up. So who's responsible? If you say Russia, because Russia invaded, then I would say no, responsible is Lizzy and her government because they exist. And then if you go by that, we go and we end up with God because he created this world. Or we go back to whatever, the Big Bang. All right, so we make everybody happy. Right? So if we go like that with chronology and we start illogically blaming things, then we get to the God or the Creator or the Providence, or we go to whatever happened at the beginning. So however you take it, your decision was the only decision that created your situation and the global situation with the prices that went up. It was not Russia. Russia didn't do anything. They had a problem with the neighbor. Between them, 1, 2. What you did created a situation, not them. And if you were not around, that little thing between them would have been solved before this. Would have been solved this. But because these guys were pushed and supported by and channeled by these guys, that I could point fingers maybe at Lizzy, but not Lizzy. Lizzy just a really bottom feeder. She's in the sand in the bottom of the lake. She's not even a bottom feeder because she's, she's over there appointed by this, appointed by that, blah, 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 blah. So, yes, this is the logic of Liz Truss. As of now, only foreign minister of the Great Britain. I'm so hurt about it because I know I met a lot of British people and they are, I don't want to say like a guy from 1930s and early 40s said, they are the most civilized people. And they have Liz and Boris. I don't want to go back in time. I don't know, man. What are you going to do with these people? With this, these are just followers. They follow orders of something else. And they talk about democracy. Psh, yeah, thank you. All right, thank you very much for being with me again today. Liz Truss. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.